I was in another meeting for a different organization with like 40 people, and everyone was brainstorming, saying they want to do the next big thing. They're tired of the same typical cheseds that we do all the time, and I don't know how. I just thought of this idea. I'm like, oh my god, let's just go to Africa.
In that time, we also had to ask ourselves, what organization does it make most sense to do this with? And it turned out that that was the Sephardic Community Center. What organization does international trips abroad, primarily for young adults, whose focus is to bring our community together and develop future leaders? Simple.
Honestly, I've been looking for something more fulfilling that I can do with my life, just so I can help people outside in the community and expand my reach. And I think we really accomplished so much on this trip. We really got a glimpse of people outside the community and outside of our little bubble that we live in, and we just helped people, and we really just changed the world.
Throughout my entire life, everyone always says that people starve in Africa, there are people dying in Africa, and it just never related to me because we were so far away from it. Maybe you saw a picture, maybe you heard a story, but you never really saw it. So that was something that I wanted to see.
I believe you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to go experience the world. The world has so much to offer that just going and seeing a new culture, seeing what other people are experiencing in their day-to-day life, it's enlightening.
People ask me, why Africa, why Uganda? It was really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity in my eyes, where the Syrian community would go to such an impoverished town and do such an amazing charity and give them something that we take for granted most of the time, and that's clean water. There was so much impoverishment and so much just desperateness that we went and alleviated something that was literally taking lives.
When we first got to the village, I was starting to get a little nervous because they don't speak English. How am I going to communicate with them? What am I going to tell them? And once we got out of our vans, that wasn't an issue at all. We were singing, dancing, screaming, and I felt their happiness, and it was the most pure happiness I've ever felt in my entire life.
That night I asked Sivan Yari, who's the head of Innovation Africa, I said, why were they so happy? Did we promise them something? Did we give them something that I'm not aware of? And she says, no. We didn't give them anything. Just the fact that we came to visit, just the fact that we showed up and they saw our faces, that someone else in the world besides this village cares about them, means that much to them.
When we first got to Uganda and we went through each village, we started off by going to a village that was a prospect for Innovation Africa to take on, and they greeted us with so much joy and happiness because we were their hope and their light. And knowing that just like them considering this village as a prospect for a new project was amazing, and opening up the taps with them, it was like the moment that marked history for them. They'll never know old dirty water again, because now on, any one of their children or them themselves will never have to struggle like they did before with the diseases and losing their children, and even just a trek from going to the water fountain and holding it with a gasoline tank across the village to their home and going back and forth each day.
So I think the highlight of my trip was just when we turned on the taps throughout the village, seeing the water come out, the look on the people's faces. It was just like heartbreaking, and it was like also like we expected it, but it was also shocking just because the kids saw the water and they were kind of hesitant to like run up to it and fill up their cups and drink from it, just because they haven't seen clean water in their lives. They don't know what it is. So it was just a crazy feeling, just because we take water, we really take it for granted, and these kids don't even know what clean water is.
And one of them was pregnant, and she was telling us a story about how her infant passed away because the water was dirty, and was the only water you had to drink. And she was telling us how she's so thankful and how she can't thank us enough that her new child now is not gonna know from clean water. The baby's only gonna have clean water.
To really get to see a different culture of what the world goes through on a day-to-day basis when they don't have clean water, and you get to go and you get to not only see what their life is like, but you get to be a part of giving them that water. It's an amazing experience. It's one that you don't usually see on a day-to-day basis, and one that you'll never forget.
A student wrote a poem for us in English, and she was saying how we need water to cook, to sleep, to eat, for everything in our daily routine. And then she ended up saying that our water makes us starve. And towards the end of the poem, she said, and now you helped us, and now we could use this water to cook, to eat, to clean, to drink. And that was just incredible for me.
So the thing that was so impactful was when we went to one of the villages, and it was a school that really was empty, had no desks, had no school supplies, had really none of the basic necessities that you need to run a school. So we came and we gave them desks, chairs, school supplies, and we also gave them the biggest thing, that was solar power. So that was lights for the whole school, and just being there and watching them turn on the light, so amazing. And it was so, that was one thing that touched me the most, because it was like, we take light for granted. Of course we have light everywhere, and just for them to see a light bulb just turn on in a school, not even in their home, just meant so much to me, and just like changed my perspective on so many things, because they were so appreciative for light, which we take for granted every single day.
Something that really stuck with me was the reaction of the children when we turned on electricity the first time in their village, in the school. And it would just caught me off guard, because you never expect, like you go into your house and you turn on a light switch and you don't think twice about it. It's just something that you do, your natural reaction. And when we turned it on for the first time, they all went crazy, jumping, cracking up, smiling, and it was like as if like they saw the craziest miracle just happen in front of their eyes, and all we did was turn on one little light bulb.
Innovation in Africa. Innovation in Africa.
So we were in one of the primary schools, and I was just looking around the classrooms, looking at all the boards and everything, and something I found on the wall was this quote saying 2 things that could help success in life: the way you manage when you have nothing, and the way you behave when you have everything. That struck me the most, because I was just thinking to myself, this is found in a classroom in Africa. What could possibly be their nothing? For me, this is my nothing. For me to come there, see people walking barefoot, see people with no clothes, see people with no water, no light, that's my nothing. But for them, what could possibly be less than that? And the fact that they could still say that even when you have everything, all that matters is how you behave when you have it.
From the dark to the break of dawn, we let it loose.
Thank God everyone in the community is establishing themselves so nicely, because we have so much here to use. But when we went there, you don't know who's in that classroom. You could have an artist, you can have a writer, you can have a poet, you could have a scientist, you can have the next mathematical genius, but no one knows, because they couldn't even pick up a pen. They don't even know how to write in English. They never saw a crayon before, you know? So that for me was the hardest, because thank God I was blessed to have so much academic resources available to me.
I went to a few villages that didn't have water and that we weren't bringing water to, but they were happy and they were content with their lives, and even the village that we were able to bring water to, they still face struggles that we don't have to ever even think about, and yet they're so happy, and the simplicity of their lives is what makes them happy. So it was important for a lot of us to see that we have so much to be grateful for, and that you could be happy no matter what life brings your way.
Wow, look at all the blessings that I have. Like there are things that you say Moedim, but you don't think of everything. So this gave me more of an appreciation for everything. That I can focus on even the smallest, tiniest things that we have, like water, and realize that is a gift.
But I wanted to buy a mango seller from this remote town, and I didn't have Ugandan shillings, the currency that they were asking for. I gave her a $20 bill. She takes the $20 bill and has no idea what I gave her. I'm telling her that this is a form of currency that I'm sure it covers the expense of the makeup. She shook my hand, thanked me, and then I just went on my way. It's things like this where I can't get this in the developed world. Up until that point, every person I encountered knew what an American dollar was, not this person.
So one woman, she picked up her infant, picked up his shirt, and showed us the dots on his skin that he gets from this water. And that's really when it hit home that this is a serious issue, and we need to really try and help however many villages as possible.
I was standing next to a little kid, and somebody in the group gave him a sucking candy, and he put it in his mouth, and he took a bite, and he took it out of his mouth, and he gave about 6 to 7 pieces of the sucking candy to his friends, and these kids, their reaction were, it was like they won the lottery.
Something that really stuck with a lot of us was being able to see the progression of the villages. So we went to one that doesn't have water, went to the one that we brought water to, and we also went to visit a village that had water for a few years that Innovation Africa brought to them. And so seeing the way they utilize the water and how they flourished, how they have homes now and businesses, and they're growing scallions are growing, and they have animals. Seeing how much they took advantage of what we brought them made it so much more special to us, because we said, okay, it's not just a cup of water or a shower that we provided for the village. Every aspect of their lives is impacted by the water.
Maybe together we can get somewhere.
The water that we gave them, yes, it changed their lives. And they have clean water forever, and now we enable them to live a life. They enable me to think completely differently and to really think globally.
I realized it's not so much about what I'm doing for these people, but it's about what these people are doing for me. When you experience giving somebody something as essential as water and seeing how it can change their life, that's when you realize the effect and the potential that you have in this world to go and really help people. That's when I realized I can have a major impact in this world should I put my mindset on that. This is happening now. The world is changing consistently. Either you're part of it or you're just watching it go by.
Everyone's saying that we helped the village, we helped so many lives, but think about how many more villages there are. They said at least 400 more villages that still need clean water, and we only did one.
Those 20 people on that trip, that's your short list of community leaders in the next 50 years, the people running our schools, our institutions, and I'm excited to look back at this then and sort of check down the list and see, what's Charles Chicalo up to, what's Joe Cannon up to, what's Tina up to, what's Elliot up to. These are all people who have the power to really take our community to the next level, and can't wait for that.
Hi everybody. I just want to say how proud I am of everybody and how thankful I am to everybody. When we first met, that first meeting in our house, I was very excited about the idea, but really I didn't see how it would come together. And really now looking back, it's just I realized I didn't yet know who I was dealing with. I want to say thank you to my amazing friend Ricky Novick. I want to say thank you to Stephen Hidary. I think it was really a very courageous thing and very brave for the center to do something like this, and you deserve a lot of credit. And thank you to Joey and Sari for really believing in the vision of it and working so hard and making the whole trip come together.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I thank God I'm breathing, and I pray don't take me soon, cause I am here for
applause, guys.
This should be illegal. Go to Daniel.
Daniel, how you feel?
I'm blinking twice because I need help. Please help.
יום קשה עבר עלינו.
Blood-drenched pavement.